Hey, vinyl community, Jeff back again. This is sort of kind of an update to a previous collection video that I did. Kind of, I guess, I don't know if this is like the final or if it's going to continue, but a couple months back I did my vinyl collection video on the band Warlord. Some people know Warlord, a lot of people know Warlord, maybe not everybody knows Warlord. 80s band that, that they didn't make it huge, but there was a very good cult following, I guess you could say. A lot of good stuff they put out in the 80s, and then they, it was kind of one of those bands where each individual member had a different stage name. You didn't always know who they were, but you later realized, some of the main characters. Bill Tsamis is the main guy, the guitar player behind it all. And then you had Mark Zonder on drums, who has done a lot of work with like Fate's Warning and other bands like that. He's done a lot of music too. But Warlord would pop up here and there with new stuff over the decades. Every once in a while they'd have a resurgence. And then in 2013, they had, I showed at the time, they had their full album, The Holy Empire, which I forget how many years it seems like it's been before this that they had put out an album. So I had shown this one and had mentioned at the time of my video that there was a new album, which Free Spirit Soar. I don't know why I get tongue twisted there. That was on its way out, and it did come out, and I did finally get a copy of this. And Bill, the main guy behind Warlord, passed away back in 2021. So last main album was 2013. There's been some other releases that tended to be things like demos of them trying out new singers and stuff. But and there was a live album in 2013. But 2013's Holy Empire was the last studio work. And then I guess, the band was working on a new material. Bill passed away in 2021. And the band, including Mark Zonder, this is a tribute to the fallen bandmate, Will Tsamis, epic metal Warlord return with spectacular new album. I didn't compare. I'm assuming it's the same singer. It might be the same band from Holy Empire. I'd have to go back and look. I didn't look at all the individual things. I know Mark Zonder's still on here. Bill's gone, but interesting enough, you look at all this and all the songs, lyrics, music, almost everything on here, written music by Bill, written by lyrics by Bill. And I'm telling you what, this, for a band that doesn't have their signature guitar player, in the lineup, this sounds, you can't tell. They do a great tribute to the sound. This sounds so much like that Warlord sound. And I was impressed. Anyway, this is a High Roller Records release. Just came out within the past month or two, it seems like. Insert, I got the black edition, so there's nothing to see there, just black. There are multiple colors. As with most High Roller Records, they always have nice things like posters, like the cover. There's a download card. Even the back of it looks just similar to Warlord albums. What was the back of the last album? I think, no, it didn't look the same. But that album does look, the back of that album does look pretty much like a previous album. Just everything about this screams classic. So, and it sounds absolutely like the Warlord sound, just absolutely classic. So check that out. Don't let that one escape from you. Now, at the same time, I was anticipating getting that. I was tinkering around online, and I knew that years ago, and I knew they were harder to get. They were out of print, but years ago, High Roller Records had released some of Bill's other stuff. He had, I think it was even before Warlord, he had done some material under Lordian Guard and Lordian Winds. High Roller had released a CD of a lot of their stuff, plus some other instrumental type stuff that Bill did. And I know years ago these were released, and I have Lordian Guard's CD on some weird overseas label in Germany. I picked this up many years ago. This would have been, golly jeepers, I don't know. Feels like this would have been in the 90s. So there is that. It's a totally different band, totally different feel, sort of kind of, I think was there a female singer, or is it just a guy that sounds really interesting? And then another one that they had, Sinners in the Hands of an Angry God. And again, more of the same type of label. So these are released years ago. This is Lordian Guard. And then I kept hearing of the Lordian Wind stuff, and I've downloaded digital stuff of that. Well, I guess a handful of years ago, High Roller Records did release at least this stuff from Lordian Guard. Some of these songs might be the same. I don't know. I don't think it includes all of them, but so the Lordian Guard stuff was released on vinyl. And there is a, what color is that? It's a black vinyl, but it also comes with a 7-inch to add additional tracks. So yeah, I believe it's got a lot of this. I don't think this one had a poster or anything. But this was released in 2018, so I had missed out on that at the time that it came out, and it was harder to find. But I did some searching online, and I found a guy who had it for reasonable price. I'm like, wow. So I ordered it from him, as well as he had Lordian Winds, which was, again, some of the similar type stuff, different lineup, but and this is only like an EP. But again, it had been released on vinyl. And some of this Lordian Winds and Lordian Guard to me sound very similar as far as some of that stuff. I'd never sat down and compared the members and everything, but it's still got that real classic sound. Now, yeah, this album, this is actually No Remorse record. This is 2013, so that's even harder to find. Not High Roller. But this particular fella had both of them, and I was getting both of them because I was like, I need to catch up and keep up with, now that Bill's gone, it's just wanted to kind of an ode to him to have as much of the material as I could from those days. And since I had the CDs and I could track down the vinyl, I did. So there you go. Again, if you haven't checked out the new Warlord, definitely do. If you're a Warlord fan, it falls right into that category. It sounds really like classic Warlord. And like I said, all the songs were written by Bill. So I want to know more detail. Actually, some of the guitar parts are here. So I'm assuming that some of the stuff was recorded before Bill passed, because it does say additional guitars by William Tsamis. So cool stuff. An ode to fallen hero there from the Warlord camp, and great stuff. Check it out, though. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you later. Rock on and rock hard.